bills.
as a
No, that's not
emotional.
really what's going on. That letter is not the letter that I would have written by myself.
Okay.
Because it has to incorporate everyone's kind of view of how people should be talked to.
And everybody does not agree on anything, right?
That's life. Life.
In life in general.
You know, what I would say for all the people filming, I wouldn't worry about things too much, but things will change. They need to change. They need healthier and better, fuller.
Like I said, we are very supportive of whatever.
That does happen to have a very specific issue that the model for it was built 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
And these didn't exist.
Right.
Definitely.
These didn't exist. How people want to consume their content didn't exist. And so the things that I think you kind of have to, unfortunately, sometimes you kind of break it to make it.
Break it to make it. Yeah, is that a new lyric?
Break it to make it.
I don't know.
Are we giving you ideas?
I don't know. What do you want?
Oh, I don't know if I can really actually say that around all these people because it's a way more candid conversation.
What are you worried about then?
We're worried about.
Can I be frank? Is the band breaking up?
Back to the island.
No, but kind of how we work together might change a little bit.
Sure.
Because there's things that people need to do that are a little different, that need more time. And I mean, we went 7 years without an album at one point.
I'm not complaining.
Like,
That's not
I
my.
wouldn't worry too much about that kind of stuff. I mean, there's so much music and so many things, but you know, I've got 5 kids. I'm 40. I need time for
Bro, I get it.
for them.
You're not 40
and,
yet.
Yeah,
He's knocking.
If I back up 9 months more, then I'm already there.
Yeah, you're rounding.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know exactly what that will. The way people respond to things is very strong. People respond first with an emotional response. Oh no, what is this? But if there's still concerts and there's still music and there's still things, then I don't think there's anything to worry about.
See, everybody, okay.
But the structure of the business has to change. And that's more what that letter is.
Nobody asked.
Helps me. You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
But anyway, okay.
Will there be a Hanson Day next year?
Will there be a Hanson Day next year? That's a wonderful question. I don't want to say anything to that because part of the ability to change is the most important thing to me is always meeting people's expectations, which is sometimes hard to do.
Yeah.
Because does anybody know that the 3 brothers are very different? Our communication style is different, and what we think it means to do those things is different. So the best thing right now is to say there's kind of a pause, kind of figure that out, kind of someone would call it like re-teaming, or you know, and go like, you know, what is this going to look? What should this look like? Sure. And the main thing I say that is because, like, if Hanson Day came back and it was still a celebration, but it wasn't just HNet in the same way, because HNet's changing. Yeah. I don't want to create the expectation that it's the same thing that's been, though it still might be a concert in May with multiple events and these things, right? That could happen. Sure. But maybe Hanson.net changes, and so it doesn't have quite the same structure.
Back to the island.
But
They want to know about
Yeah, I mean they're refurbing the venue, and so the one that Island Kids is going to is, by all signs, is really great, but it's a lot bigger.
I've been there, it's huge.
And so we
there.
don't really feel like we can like grow that fast that much. We would be happy for it to grow some if the venue fit it.
Sure.
But it seemed best to just be like, wow, we're rethinking some things about Hanson.net. They're redoing the venue. Hopefully that's going to come back way nicer. Maybe the right thing will be just go back there and hear.
It's a magical event, so don't forget that it exists. That's all I
Or
ask,
we could go to St. Lucia.
We can go to St. Louis.
Coconut Bay.
We can go anywhere people are willing to realize it costs more than Jamaica.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we'll have to pay more. Back to the island, as much as people might think, it's not actually like a really lucrative, get a lot of money kind of thing. It really, it was probably a little there was so much risk when we started, not knowing people would do it. It still wasn't. So, all of that is just about creating cool experiences. And so hopefully they will be great and it will come back. And that just unfortunately happened kind of at the same time. They're not really related in the same way.
That's fair.
Yeah, they're not
Thanks for
really
putting our
related.
minds at ease.
Yes, thank you.
I obviously can't speak for all the other families, but for myself, I don't want you or Hanson or everybody to do anything out of obligation to us.
Yes.
We want you guys to do what you
Enjoy it.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
It makes better music.
Yes.
When you guys are enjoying yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, who's been married for more
20
than 15
years.
years?
20 years.
Okay. So my view of marriage and bands is, despite it being with the same people, you realize there's very distinct phases. And you go, here's when we first got married, and here's when we first had kids, and here's when we did this and we're doing that. And so you're married to the same person, but you have to keep reinvesting and changing and learning and realizing where, I need to do this now. I'm happy doing that now. We need to move to a new place. I need a new job. I need right? You should start a book club, honey. Or that's all. That's what I would call it. And so I would think of it that way. Back to the island, like every other thing, is it's this experience we share together. And sometimes you try things, and sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't, and you keep going back to it. And so I think it'll probably be back to 27. But right now, I'm not.
I feel like 27 is the year you got to make a lot happen.
Right?
It is a year that can happen. We will.
So you're saying start saving now.
We will get back into that conversation another time.
Wait.
That is outside of the parameters of this conversation.
Do you know what's happening personally? You don't need to tell us what. This is a yes or no question. In June 2025.
In June
hope the
2025,
answer
I'll be
is yes.
celebrating my 20th anniversary.
Just like
That
everybody's asking, what's happening 5-10 years from now? I'm like, do you know what's happening tomorrow? Basically.
There are a bunch of shows that will happen this year. Less in a tour context, more in just sort of festivals and one-off casinos and this all kinds of stuff
I was
like
asking more the celebrate.
that. What am I doing? I'm cleaning up from the storm last night. I'm cleaning up from the storm last night, which is one of my favorite things to do because it's chainsaws.
See?
And burning. It's my favorite time of year as long as the shingles stay on my house, nothing falls on my house. We only had slight damage, one large branch hit our son's car, so, it's a thing.
That's a win.
It's a thing.
Your son's car.
Zach, did you play The Last of Us? Do you watch the show?
I did not play The Last of Us.
Are you watching the show?
I am not watching the show.
It's such a good
Is
show.
there a reason?
But it follows the game.
I know. It's one of the things that I really appreciate about that show, that it is very faithful to the game, because the game is extremely cinematic. It's one of those things where, unlike the Disney live-action animated movies that are essentially copies, this is probably an example where they're doing the right thing for going it's always about understanding the format, right? When they made the Halo show, they didn't have the money to have aliens in it. That's the problem. And so they're like, okay, Halo is about these super soldiers who fight aliens. They're like, but we don't have money for aliens. Okay, instead, let's make it about super soldiers with problems. Not Halo. Last of Us understands this is the format, this is the story.
Well, that's what you can do in June of 2020.
Oh, just watch Last of Us?
Stream it all.
Yeah.
But be prepared for episode 2.
No.
Season. Be prepared.
I just watched that one.
I'm not over it. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's rough.
I believe it. Yes. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know whether there's sarcasm in that.
No, she's being real.
That's
One thing you'll get from
But
me,
it-
I
but
think
it
you
is her
guys do,
fault.
I'm very honest, and I always say what I can say, and so whatever I'm saying, I'm not trying to trick you or hide.
Not an explorer clue situation.
And there are ducks somewhere. I don't know.
That's going to be stuck in my head all day.
But some things aren't known, but that's always been true.
That's life. That's life.
True. That's normal for the last 30 some odd years. There's been so many moments in our career that people don't realize where it was like, okay, how do we survive this? How do we evolve this? What do we do? You know, and yeah, it's like life, and you know, our agent just died.
Yes,
And you're just like, wow.
That is wild. It was wild.
He was a great guy.
Yeah, Dave was
Saw him a lot of it, didn't you?
a sweetheart. Such a good guy. And my dog died 2 days ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So, guys, it's a rough week. It's a rough week.
And you didn't